Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Jessica.
Today we have brought out a library. Yeah, so we decided that we were going to do another vlog for you guys, and we came up with an interesting topic. Or actually, Jessica came up with the topic late the other night.
Yeah, we were trying to think of topics, like what's something that we could cover in a short video that might be interesting to you guys. And I was thinking, what if we talked about basically all the kinds of diets that we've tried to follow in the past, or like
Yes.
other ways that we've lost weight in the past and that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to say these are all things, I'm not here to label this video like 10 dieting fails that we've tried, because none of these things really like quote unquote failed.
Yeah.
They just didn't work for the long haul for us.
Yeah.
For us in particular.
I like to joke that, you know, most of these diets and stuff like that, people say, well, oh, that diet, you know, failed or whatever. Most of the time it is us that failed and not the diet itself. I'm sure we could lose weight on any of these, you know, and be okay with that, but it just, none of them stuck with us for the long haul.
Yeah. So one of the biggest things, so before we got married, so we're going on our 8th wedding anniversary this November. And before we got married, we had, you know, dated for a while, gained a ton of weight while dating, even though we were already fat before we started dating.
That's because we, you know, kept eating out more often.
Then we gained more weight, and then we both were like, you know what? We're together, we can do this together, let's lose some weight. And we did a lot of like calorie counting and exercise and that kind of stuff. One of the things that actually helped me the most and I stuck with for quite a while was this Hungry Girl stuff. You can see I have a lot of Hungry Girl books, and some of you out there, I guarantee you probably know who Hungry Girl is and have followed her stuff. I have all these 2 stacks are all Hungry Girl.
She has tips and tricks and ice cream swaps.
Yes, she had a show for a while and there was a theme song, and anyway, whatever. But love Hungry Girl. Okay, by the way, Lisa Lillian, who is Hungry Girl, I had the privilege of meeting her a couple of times actually, and she's the nicest person. Her concept that she has is amazing. Like, I don't want to say anything, you know, bad about her. So what she basically does is she'll take, you know, recipes that are typical things that you would have eaten, you know, in any kind of diet that you were eating, and then she'll make a lower calorie version of them. Mm-hmm. So it's all about swapping. It's all about knowing like when to swap in, you know, you can swap in fat-free, you know, this here, but do low-fat this here, and making those combinations where it still tasted good, but the calories were low, and you weren't necessarily counting like points or anything. I've never done Weight Watchers in my time. I've never really wanted to be like in a public group, I guess, talking about my weight loss. Which is funny because here I am on YouTube talking about my weight loss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The thought of like going to an in-person group never appealed to me. But Hungry Girl did have like points, and I know a lot of people who follow Hungry Girl would follow along with Weight Watchers.
Yeah.
Again, she came up with a lot of really good recipes. I'm kind of sad looking at these books because I'm like, are we ever going to use any of these books again? But I just was thinking, what if we went through some of our old Hungry Girl recipes that we liked and then tried to make vegan versions of them and then publish videos of them for you guys?
So tips and tricks and nice dream swaps.
Nice dream swaps. Nice, yeah, sure. Anyway, but yeah, Hungry Girl was something I followed for a long time. Basically, this went all along with the calorie counting, because everything in here, she always has calories with everything, and I used it. Lost a ton of weight on it. The problem was that I was still eating the same stuff that I was eating before, just like lower calorie versions of it.
Yeah.
And so it was easy for me to slip back into, you know, eating too much of stuff and eating too many calories. And it just ultimately, like, I wasn't able to sustain the weight loss that I had from that the way I feel like this new whole food plant-based lifestyle I will be able to.
Yeah. For me, when it came to losing weight, you basically just covered like our lives together for like that period before we got married.
Yeah.
Of which you were basically trying to lose a lot of the weight for the wedding, right?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily, but yeah, at a certain point, yes.
Yeah. So for me, before we ever met and stuff, I actually lost weight in the straightforward way of I literally walked every day, miles every day. And it was pretty nice. I dropped weight. You know, I wasn't really trying to like weigh myself. I wasn't trying to keep track of anything in particular. But I would just go to a local track and I would just walk with my headphones on and just keep walking until I felt I was done. If you're wondering, the best song to walk to is Superstition by Stevie Wonder. It's just got the best rhythm for walking on beat. I don't know why, it just is. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing for a while there, just to lose some weight before I ever even met you. And then I met you and got fatter.
Oh.
And then I got skinnier, and then we got fatter again. And now we've gotten skinnier again.
But now you've reached like an all-time low.
Yeah, all-time low for that one.
Yeah.
But when we were going through and losing weight and stuff like that, I really liked getting these Rocco DiSpirito books. Not because of Rocco's great cover pictures, which are absolutely horrendous, and he looks like he's like on some type of dating profile, like, yes.
Poor Rocco.
I cook. Aha.
He does not.
He totally looks like he's a part of a dating service.
He does.
And you're like, oh look, I've got a lemon. Oh, whatever that is.
I
don't know what that is. And then this one's just like, you know, hey ladies, I can cook you a fancy meal. But as you can see for this one, we actually like wore this book out.
We used this book a lot.
Because there were a lot of really good recipes in here that we really enjoyed making.
The black bean soup.
Yeah, and that actually, when she busted this book out, she was like, oh, you remember the black bean soup? I was like, yeah, like we totally have to convert that into something we can eat. And we totally are going to do that too.
Yeah, we wore it off its spine, so we had to make it,
you turned right to the black bean soup.
Look, I have my notes. I used, oh my gosh, I used a whiteout marker.
Yeah,
like
I remember that.
A whiteboard marker because we had to put it in this because it used to be bound together as like a normal book like this. But yeah.
Wow,
we can totally convert this.
It's got bacon bits in it.
We can definitely convert this to a vegan recipe. I know we can.
Yeah, the bacon bits were just for on top anyway. They weren't like really in the dish itself.
Yes.
But we used a lot of these recipes to develop, you know, the lower calorie, lower fat stuff that we ended up losing weight on. But it's exactly like Jessica said. Nothing really changed for us as far as our diet was concerned because we were still eating the exact same stuff that we were eating before, just lower calorie versions of it.
Like you could still go to even like a fast food restaurant. It's you're eating a small portion, but it fits in your calories for the day. You might be starving, but
because you had the Cow Pal, right?
Oh yes, the Cow Pal.
Input your little calories and stuff like that. But it was one of these things where we were eating, you know, like the burger, pasta, whatever it happened to be. Yeah, it was the lower calorie version of it, but that instantly led back to, you know, okay, we can go out and we can eat like, you know, this one special meal or whatever. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you know, I don't want to cook tonight. Okay, well, let's just go out, blah, blah, blah. And so we kept making justifications for going out and getting like the full calorie, full fat version of whatever it happened to be.
Yeah.
And we were also really, really big into like the cheat meals, you know, like
scheduled.
Yeah, we scheduled cheat meals, and then the cheat meal would turn into a cheat day, and then the cheat day would turn into a cheat weekend, and then it was just like every weekend it was like, okay, we were eating bad, and it was just one thing after another that just kept building and building and building and building, and that's been one of the biggest changes for what we currently do. Is that we don't have that desire to go out and like just completely revolutionize the way that you know we're eating, because we're eating stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
We're eating massive quantities of food, as you've seen in the previous What We Eat in a Day video.
Well, and we're not planning out like cheat meals on a like, okay, we're gonna do one a week or one every other week. We do, like we had discussed before, more of a rare and appropriate. As occasions come up, we may have something that strays from our normal diet, but then we get right back on. But it's not necessarily so planned out by time. It's just more by occasions, a birthday or whatever it may be, that things that come up. And so I think because of that, there's not so much focus on it. And
True.
You're not, constantly just waiting for that next cheat meal or whatever.
Yeah. But we did lose weight using these books and exercising and going to gyms.
Yeah, we did a lot of working out. There was a time period where we had like club fitness memberships.
Oh yeah, and we would go like basically every time we got together.
Every single day. Like I would go religiously on my way home from work, and I'd go work out and all that stuff. We bought a piece of exercise equipment that we used to work out on. Working out was a big part of it because we wanted to be able to eat more of like the same stuff we were eating still.
Yeah.
So we had to work out to compensate for it, obviously.
And it was the standard way of losing weight. The way that everybody knows. Eat fewer calories, work out more.
The one thing, okay, so I was thinking, when you were saying before you met me, so before I met you, I hadn't really, honestly, I'd never lost weight, I guess, in my entire life. Like, I had always just gained or maintained, but I'd never really put any efforts toward losing. Now, my father has been, had weight issues, and so he and I would kind of, binge together, I think, a lot of times. Like, we'd be like, oh, hey, let's eat this or whatever. And I remember one time my dad, I think my parents, I don't think I was with them. They went to McDonald's, and this guy came up to my dad and said, this is when I was probably a teenager. And this guy told my dad that he had figured out the solution to weight loss and the key to everything. And he basically told my dad that he needed to eat only within a 5-hour window every day, and he could eat as much as he want. So it's basically like intermittent fasting. But the difference was I guess people I hear about doing intermittent fasting, with whole food plant-based, they still eat a decent, reasonable amount during those 5 hours. This guy was like, no, you can eat till you're sick for this 5 hours, as long as you don't eat outside of that time. And I think my dad and I tried to do that for maybe a week, and then we were like, yeah, this is dumb, and we gave up. So that was the only other time that we tried to really lose weight. But other than that, using this stuff, like he said, was really...
It worked. It's just that we didn't stick to it after the fact because we had no desire to do it. We had no desire to actually stick to the healthy food that they were, telling us we should eat. But that's not to say that people didn't lose weight and stick to it and keep the weight off. Those stories have to be out there of people who actually did accomplish it. And so that's why we would never knock people for trying to get healthy in this particular way. But we always want to present that, we found this way and it worked for us, eating whole food plant-based. And obviously I'm going to tell everybody, maybe whole food plant-based can work for you as well.
Yeah.
It's but if it doesn't work for you, then try something else. We are never going to criticize anybody for trying to get healthy, for being on that, that journey to get to a healthier place in your life.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I think consistency is key no matter what you're doing. No matter what plan you're picking, consistency is always key because, if you can't stay consistent with it, so you have to find something that you can stay consistent with.
The best diet is the one you can stick to.
Yeah, there you go. That's
that simple. But yeah,
I think that's all I got.
Yeah, this isn't really a super informative vlog, but I don't think it necessarily has to be.
You guys a little bit.
Yeah, we just wanted to give you a little bit more of our past when it comes to the weight loss and stuff. We tried multiple diets. We tried exercising like crazy, and we did lose weight, but it just wasn't conducive to who we were as people and the way that we like to eat and the way that we like to live our lifestyle. But whole food plant-based absolutely does that for us. And I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
All of this stuff gave us a lot of information before finally getting us to where we needed to be.
Yeah, and I'm glad we went through all of the stuff that we've gone through, honestly. So I'm not like, oh, I wish we'd never, been through any of this stuff. I'm glad that we honestly did, because I think we learned. I think when we started playing around with these recipes, you developed a lot of your like cooking skills and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
We were cooking a lot of food ourselves, and I don't know, it's been cool.
Yeah, but if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so and click that bell notification that is right next to it so you can get all of the notifications whenever we do post a video. Also, please like and share the video, whatever video you happen to be watching. You guys are amazing. I know I've been on some of the Facebook groups, and I just see like a post of our video from somebody that I don't know, somebody I've never met. And it's amazing to me. And a lot of times I actually like to comment on those on Facebook, just because it's like, somebody was like, oh, I love the Crocs. And it'll be like, oh, I love them too. And it's like Brian Croc right there.
It's so weird. No.
That cracks me up
But it's so weird seeing, to me it's weird, like seeing people post stuff, but then seeing other people comment on things that people post and being like, oh yeah, I like them too. It's just like this surreal, like weird thing. I don't know.
I get tripped up a little bit whenever we will like load up YouTube on our TV, and like all of a sudden I'm scrolling through videos and I see this one, like see us, smiling in the screen, and I'm just like, yeah, look at those two losers.
Look at those losers.
But it does throw me off, because I was like, oh yeah, we are on YouTube, aren't we? It's like, it's so weird. But thank you to all you who share this and like these videos and leave those comments. We truly, truly do appreciate it. Also, speaking of that, find us on all the social media stuff as well, the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I think... Oh yeah, check out the website. Yeah, check out the website too. Crocsinthekitchen.com.
That's Crocs with a K.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the story of our life, is that we have to explain to people. It's like, what's your name? Croc with a K.
I don't even say Croc. I just say my name is Krock, and they still put
C. Yeah, it's the way they are.
I'm not a crockpot.
Yep. But that's all I got. That's all she's got. That's all Peef's got. We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye-bye.
Oh, Peef sucks.